Is the price of DJing equipment holding you back from starting out as a DJ? If the answer is yes, then this is the video for you, because today I'm going to be giving you some options to help you build out a DJ setup for under $500. And Christmas is just round the corner, and so if DJ equipment is on your Christmas wish list, share this with the person that is going to be buying your Christmas gifts so that they know where to start. Let's get straight into it. Item number one then, when it comes to purchasing your DJ setup, is your DJ controller. I've got a couple of examples here. Now, arguably, this is probably the most important purchase within your DJ setup. And if you haven't bought a DJ controller previously, then it might feel quite confusing and overwhelming quite quickly, just because there are a ton of different manufacturers. There are a ton of different price points. Some are very cheap, some are very, very expensive. The key takeaway when it comes to buying a DJ controller is knowing that they ultimately all do the same thing. They allow you to manipulate more than one source of music at any one time, allowing you to mix those songs seamlessly together. That's all they do. And the more expensive you get, they might add greater degrees of control on the interface, different effects, different connectivity, etc., etc. But ultimately, they all do the same thing. Now, in this DJ setup of under $500, I have a few key suggestions to help you get started with your search. First and foremost, we have got the Alpha Theta FLX2 and also the Pioneer DJ FLX4. I've got both of these controllers here. I highly regard these controllers. If you want a detailed comparison, then I do have a video on the channel, so do check that out. I'll leave a link in the description. The FLX2 retails for about $179 and the FLX4 retails for about $329. The total setup price, and we'll get to that at the end, is still going to be under $500. I would always recommend trying to go for the FLX4 over the FLX2, just because it's probably going to last you a lot longer. There's a ton more features that you get on the FLX4. But yeah, those are two good options. And the reason why I picked those is because they unlock Rekordbox DJ, which is the DJ software, for free. You get a lot of core features for free. Or you can also unlock Serato DJ Lite for free. So you don't need to pay out extra money for software. Now, the other good thing about these two controllers is that they have got that flexibility. I've already mentioned Rekordbox and Serato, but they also unlock Algorithm DJ as well. So that's another software option, but you're just going to need to subscribe to that. So that does come at an extra cost. If you don't want to go with this manufacturer, that's absolutely fine. I'm not sort of very pro this. It's just the equipment I use. Then another good couple of options to maybe look at in the start of your search is the Numark Mixtrack Platinum FX. That retails for about $279. That is a Serato DJ controller, or the Hercules DJ Control Impulse 500. That retails for about $300 and is a Serato controller. All very, very solid options. And as I say, come way under that $500 mark, because we're going to make a total setup for $500. So yeah, FLX2, FLX4, Numark Mixtrack Platinum FX for $279, or the Hercules DJ Control Impulse 500 for about $300. The next item in our DJ setup is a pair of headphones. I have picked out two of the best budget options to fit in our challenge today. The first option is the Numark HF125 headphones. These are so cheap. I have seen them retailed for as little as $10. However, when they're not on sale, they typically retail for anywhere between $15 and $30. And they just give you everything that you need. My first ever DJ pair of headphones was actually this model, and they are just a cheap no-frills headphone. They aren't the best sound quality, but they certainly aren't the worst. They have a good sound isolation, so if you're in a loud environment, it's not going to let in too much background noise, and they offer a good enough sound quality to help you with your mixing. And they've just been around for years, so they're very much tried and tested. But yeah, $15 to $30 at the typical retail price, you really cannot go wrong. Just shop around and you may get it for even cheaper. The other alternative in this category of headphone, I would look at the Pioneer DJ HDJ Q1s. They are a tried and tested model. They are liked by beginners all around the world, and they typically retail for about $85. So they are a little bit more expensive, however, definitely fitting within this price bracket. Next up then, let's talk about studio monitors. So these are the speakers that you are going to play your music out live through. These are not PA speakers, so you're not going to be able to use these at events in order to DJ. However, they might be loud enough if you have them in your lounge and you have a few people over for a little bit of a gathering. But as I say, they're not really designed to be PA speakers. They are more for while you're mixing in your bedroom, you're getting used to DJing, mixing in one track and out and, you know, playing back your mixes through. Couple of really solid options in this category. The Mackie CR3 XBTs. These are actually Bluetooth speakers and they retail for about $120, an absolute steal at that price. If you do have a little bit extra in your budget, then look at the Pioneer DJ DM40Ds. Sorry, big words, I'm looking to the side for the model number. These are again a solid option and they come in at about $179. Those are also priced per pair. So you get two speakers in the box. If you go for more expensive studio monitors that exceed our budget today, you have to be careful because a lot of speakers are priced individually. So the price is effectively doubled when you buy a pair. But check out those two options. Mackie CR3 XBT, $120, and the Pioneer DJ DM40Ds for about $179. Next up, you're going to need some music. Now, the best way that DJs can get music in 2025 is via a DJ record pool. The one that I recommend, I've spoken about loads on my channel, is Heavy Hits. You can sign up using my code KARLTHOMAS for just $5 in your first month, and that allows you unlimited downloads. Now, when it comes to music, as with a couple of things with DJing, there is an ongoing recurring cost because, of course, music is one of those things that unfortunately you're going to have to keep paying for. However, in the initial setup, to get you started with unlimited downloads for a month, Heavy Hits is a great option. It's got all of the latest releases on there. And as I say, sign up with my code KARLTHOMAS at checkout and your first month is just $5. Now, if you don't want to go down the record pool route, the great thing in 2025 is that streaming platforms integrate quite nicely with your DJ software. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all integrate nicely with DJ software. So it might be that you've already got an active music platform subscription that you can just start using with your DJing. The great thing with Spotify and Apple Music is that if you subscribe on a monthly basis, you instantly have access to millions of tracks, you know, without having to build up a substantial music collection over time. Just be mindful that you need an active internet connection in order to use them. So I would not recommend playing out live, especially in nightclubs and bars where there is often poor internet, with a subscription service like Spotify. So check what you have. And if you do need to subscribe to a streaming platform, again, very affordable, maximum $15 a month for that. So music is pretty much covered. But as I say, I always recommend downloading music. Check out Heavy Hits, use my discount code. And the final thing that you are going to need, which brings everything together, is your DJ software. Now, if you consider one of the controllers that I mentioned earlier in this video, so the Hercules, the Newmark, or one of these two, then it might be that you do not need to pay out any additional money for your DJ software. For example, all of these 4 controllers that I mentioned, including these two, unlock Serato DJ Lite. It's fairly limited software and you will need a laptop because it's not mobile friendly. However, you don't need to pay out extra for that software. You can literally download the software for free, plug one of these controllers in or the other 2 that I mentioned and get started. These 2 controllers that I mentioned here also unlock Rekordbox DJ for free on a laptop because they are known as hardware unlocked devices and you get a ton of creative features thrown in for free. You do not need to subscribe to rekordbox at all, which is great. And again, these controllers also unlock algorithm DJ, so there's greater flexibility. Now, not included in the budget of $500 is the actual device that you are hosting the software on, because there is a great degree of flexibility depending on the controller that you are buying. If you have a laptop, you can install the software on there. But if you haven't got a laptop, most people own a smartphone, so you can have rekordbox DJ, algorithm DJ on your smartphone. If you are downloading rekordbox or algorithm on your smartphone, just bear in mind that you're going to have to pay around $7 to $10 a month for the software to unlock a ton of creative features. But most people own a smartphone. It's quite cheap to get up and running. Or just like the smartphone, if you have a tablet, you can also use rekordbox DJ or algorithm DJ. I feel that in 2025, pretty much everyone has access to one of these devices and probably doesn't need to pay out for an extra device to at least get started with DJing, either via phone or laptop. And so, yeah, I'm not going to include that in the $500 budget. So bearing all of that information, a lot of different options here. How much could a potential DJ package cost you? I've got my handy calculator here, and I'm going to run through exactly how much this is going to cost using some of the options from this list. So let's say we're going to go with the DJing FLX4. We're going to invest a ton more money into the DJ controller. That's coming in at $329. Headphones, we're going to go with the new marks because they're going to be good enough. I'm going to go at the higher price, so sort of $30 for those. We're at $359. Studio monitors, I'm going to go with the Mackeys because I think that they offer a good value proposition and I like the Bluetooth capability. So that's $120. We're at $479. Music, I'm going to subscribe to Heavy Hits, $5, $484. And then I don't have a laptop, so I'm going to download Algorithm or rekordbox, maximum $10 a month. And so we come in at $495 for a DJ setup. Now, of course, you do not have to take my suggestions on board. You could build a setup that is completely different from this. I just wanted to give you some options to show you what is possible for under $500 and to show you that you can build a really solid DJ setup within that budget. I hope that you found this video useful. Please do let me know what your setup consists of down in the comments down below. Please give this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm and give this video a little hype. Just swipe across and press hype. Subscribe if you have not done so already. Shout out to my members as always, and I will catch you in the next video.